I'm Candy Mendoza, and I'm going to be giving you guys a Native American folktale story. And the story is called How the Chipmunk Got His Stripes. I would recommend it for 4 to 6 year age group, so that they can really enjoy the whole story. Alright, so here we go. So kids, have you guys ever wondered why we have the animals that we have and why they are the way they are? Well, this story is about a chipmunk and how he got his stripes. And there are 2 main characters in the story. There's a bear and there is a brown little squirrel. So here it goes. So the bear's walking, and he's just walking, and it's an autumn day, it's pretty outside, and he starts bragging to himself, and he's like, I am bear, and I am the strongest of all the animals. Yes, I am. I am bear, and I am the loudest of all the animals. Yes, I am. I am bear, and I am the biggest of all the animals. Yes, I am. And as soon as he says those words, he hears, can you really do anything? And Bear looks down and he sees that his hind legs are just a brown little squirrel there. Can you really do anything? Brown Bear gets all big and puffy, and he's like, yeah, I'm Brown Bear and I can do anything. Little brown squirrel's like, can you make the sun not come up tomorrow? And Brown Bear's like, well, I've never done that before, but I'm a bear and I can do whatever I want, so yeah, yes I can. So Brown Bear turns around to the west where the sun's about to go down, and he's like, sun, do not come up tomorrow. And the bear's like, yeah, and starts seeing the sun go down, and he's like, see, little brown squirrel, the sun is going down because he's afraid of me. He is running away. Little brown squirrel's like, so the sun will not come up tomorrow? Brown Bear's like, no, the sun will not come up tomorrow. So Brown Bear turns to the east and he sits down and he's like, I'm going to sit here because I'm going to prove my point, because I'm going to show you guys that I am bear and I can do whatever I want, and that sun will not come up tomorrow. And little brown squirrel was like, well, alright, I'm going to sit right next to you because I want to prove my point. And I'm going to show you that you can't do everything and that the sun will come up. So they both sit down there, and soon enough the bear starts saying, the sun will not come up. The sun will not come up. And as the night goes on, little brown squirrel starts saying his little chant too. And it goes like this. The sun is going to rise. Ooh! The sun is going to rise. Ooh! So they sit there and they're going to wait all night. And soon enough all animals start gathering. There's the deer and the fox and the moose and the porcupine and the frogs and the turtles, and even the mice came to see who was going to be right. Was it going to be bear? Was it going to be brown squirrel? Who was going to be right? So the whole night all they hear is the bear saying, the sun will not come up. The sun is going to rise. The sun will not come up. The sun is going to rise. And of course, the whole night they're just like waiting, who's going to be right. And at dawn, the turtle goes, look, there's some red showing. And the owl's like, yes, I think the sun is going to rise today. And of course, the bear's like getting louder. The sun will not come up. And little brown squirrel's like, okay, well, I'll say it loud too. The sun is going to rise. Ooh! And of course, the sun came up, and it got all its light all over the land, and the birds started singing their welcoming song, and all the animals were happy except for one, and that animal was the bear. And he was all mopey and gropey because, oh man, I was wrong. And of course, the happiest animal of all was little brown squirrel. He was singing and chirping, the sun came up, the sun came up, the sun came up. And during all his excitement, little brown squirrel forgot the advice of his grandma. His grandma had told him a long time ago, little brown squirrel, it is great if you are right, but it is not good to tease someone that was wrong. And of course, brown squirrel was so excited, he was like, yeah, I was right, and I beat the bear, that he forgot, and he started started to tease the bear. And he's like, "The bear is silly, the sun came up. The bear is silly, the sun came up. The bear is silly, the sun." And whop! Bear was so mad that he pinned the little brown squirrel with his paw. And he was like, growling at him. "Yes, the sun did come up. And yes, I look foolish. But I am bear and I am going to eat you, because you will never see another sunrise and you will never tease someone else again." Little brown squirrel had to think fast. How am I going to get out of this one? And he's like, "Yes, you are right to eat me. I should not have teased you. I feel bad. If only I could apologize, but you had me pinned down so hard that I cannot say anything at all. If only you would lift your paw for just a little bit, I could take a deep breath and apologize before you eat me." Bear's like, "Yes, I think you should apologize before I eat you." So he lifts his paw, but instead of little brown squirrel taking that deep breath, he ran, and he ran, and he was running to his little burrow by the stones, and his grandma was waiting there for him, and she starts yelling, "Hurry, little brown squirrel, hurry!" And he's hurrying, and he's hurrying, and he dives over to his burrow. But the bear is faster than he looks. He goes and whomps over with his paw, and he scratches from the tip of the little squirrel's head to the tip of his tail, and he did a big scratch. But the little brown squirrel got away, and he ran into the burrow, and he stayed down there with his grandma, and he slept all winter long so that his big scratches from the bear would heal. And when spring came, little brown squirrel came out of his little burrow, and he looked down at himself, and he saw the big striped pale lines that he had all the way to the tip of his tail. And he was brown squirrel no more. He was the chipmunk, the striped one. And of course, the chipmunk to this day is the very first animal that comes up, that rises out with the sun. And he climbs up to the tallest tree, and he sings this little song, "The sun came up, the sun came up, the sun came up, the sun came up." And to this day, the bear is the last animal to come up when the sun rises, because he does not want to hear the chipmunk song, because it reminds him, like it should remind us all, that not everyone can do everything, not even a bear. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.